Close your eyes now and let the weight of your body sink into the surface beneath you, as if you've just settled into the softest corner of a childhood bed, the one where the blankets were always just a little too warm, and the air smelled of fresh laundry and the faintest hint of cinnamon from the kitchen below. There's a quiet here, isn't there? A stillness that wraps around you like an old, familiar quilt. The kind that's been washed so many times it's lost its stiffness, its edges worn smooth by years of gentle use. And in this stillness, you can almost hear the echo of a Sunday morning, the kind where time didn't matter, where the world outside was just a distant hum, and all that existed was the soft rustle of pages turning, the slow drip of honey into tea, the way the light slanted through the curtains in golden stripes across the floor. This is the kind of morning where nothing is rushed, where every breath feels like a small gift, and the air itself is thick with the scent of something sweet and slow. Maybe the last notes of a song you can't quite remember, or the way your grandmother's kitchen smelled when she pulled a tray of cookies from the oven, their edges just beginning to brown. Now let that memory stretch. Let it soften at the edges, like a photograph left too long in the sun, its colors bleeding into something warmer, something richer. Because here, in this place, time doesn't move in the way you're used to. It doesn't tick forward with the sharp, insistent beat of a clock, but instead, it pools, it lingers, it breathes. And as you settle deeper into this stillness, you might notice the air around you shifting, just slightly, like the moment before a storm when the wind stills and the world holds its breath. There's a scent here, isn't there? Something ancient and comforting, like the pages of a book that's been loved for generations, its spine cracked from use, its edges softened by time. It's the scent of old parchment and warm amber, thick enough to taste, but never heavy, never overwhelming, just enough to make you feel held, like you've stepped into a story that's been waiting for you all along. And as you breathe in that scent, you might begin to notice the way the light moves here, not in sharp beams or harsh glares, but in slow, lazy waves, like sunlight filtering through the leaves of a tree on a summer afternoon. It's a light that doesn't just illuminate, it remembers, it lingers. It clings to the air like dust motes suspended in honey, thick and golden, and impossibly sweet. And beneath you, the floor isn't solid, not in the way you're used to. It's softer, more yielding, like the surface of a shallow pool. It's liquid silver, so still, it doesn't reflect the room. but something deeper, something truer. It reflects your breath, stretched thin across time, each exhale rippling outward in slow, gentle circles, like the rings left behind when a pebble is dropped into a pond. And with each breath, you might feel yourself sinking just a little deeper, not in a way that's heavy or burdensome, but in a way that's soft, that's easy, that's like floating on the surface of that silver pool, carried by the slow, steady rhythm of your own breathing. Now let your awareness drift upward, just slightly, toward the walls around you. Walls that aren't smooth, not in the way you'd expect, but rippled like the surface of a pond after a breath of wind has passed over it. They're not cold, these walls, not hard or unyielding. They're warm, almost alive, like the skin of something vast and ancient. Something that's been breathing for longer than you can imagine. And the light here doesn't come from a single source, not from a lamp or a bulb or a candle, but from everywhere at once, as if the walls themselves are glowing, their surfaces pulsing with a soft, steady light that shifts and changes with your breath. It's a light that doesn't just show you the room. It shows you yourself, not as you are now, but as you've always been, beneath the layers of hurry and worry and noise, beneath the weight of the world outside. And as you settle into this light, you might begin to notice the way the air feels against your skin, not just as a sensation, but as a presence, something almost tangible, like the brush of a feather against your cheek, or the way a cat's fur feels when it curls up against you in the quiet hours of the night. And now, let your attention drift even deeper toward the space above you, the place where the ceiling should be, only there isn't one, not really. There's only the suggestion of one, a vast, dark expanse that feels both infinite and intimately close, like the inside of a closed eyelid, where the darkness isn't empty, but full, rich with possibility. It's a darkness that doesn't feel heavy or oppressive, but soft, like the velvet lining of an old jewelry box, the kind that holds treasures you've almost forgotten. And in this darkness, you might begin to notice something else, a sound not loud or jarring, but deep and resonant, like the hum of a tuning fork struck just once, its vibration lingering in the air long after the initial strike has faded. This is the sound of 432 hertz, a frequency that doesn't just fill the room, but fills you, resonating through your bones, your muscles, your very cells, like the slow, steady beat of a drum that's been playing since the beginning of time. And as that sound moves through you, you might begin to feel it working its way into the spaces between your thoughts, the places where tension has taken root, where worry has settled like a stone. It's not forcing anything, not pushing or pulling. It's simply there, like the warmth of the sun on your skin after a long winter, melting away the frost without you even noticing. And with each breath, you might feel those spaces softening, widening, like the petals of a flower opening to the morning light, each one unfolding at its own pace, in its own time. There's no rush here, no need to hurry, no need to do anything but breathe and let the sound, the light, the scent of this place wash over you, through you, around you. And as you do, you might begin to notice the way your body feels, not just heavier or lighter, but more present, more alive, like you've been asleep for a long time and are only now beginning to wake. Now let your awareness drift outward, just slightly, toward the edges of this space, where the walls meet the floor, where the light meets the darkness. And as you do, you might begin to notice something strange, something almost magical. The way the boundaries here aren't fixed, aren't rigid, but fluid, shifting, like the surface of that silver pool beneath you. It's as if the room itself is breathing, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale, like the slow, steady rise and fall of a chest. And with each breath, you might feel yourself becoming a part of that rhythm, your own breathing syncing up with the room's, like two dancers moving in perfect harmony, each step flowing effortlessly into the next. There's no need to think about it, no need to force it. It's happening on its own, naturally, like the way your heart beats without you having to tell it to. And as you settle into this rhythm, you might begin to notice the way the air here feels different, not just in temperature, but in texture, like it's thicker, richer, more alive. It's cool where the light pools, like the first breath of autumn air, crisp and clean and refreshing, but never cold, never harsh. And where the walls breathe, it's warmer, like the heat of a fire on a winter's night, wrapping around you, pulling you closer, making you feel safe, held, protected. And as you breathe in this air, you might begin to notice the way it fills you, not just your lungs, but your whole being, like a slow, steady tide, rising and falling, carrying you deeper into this place, deeper into yourself. And with each breath, you might feel the last remnants of tension, of worry, of the outside world melting away. like snow in the first warm days of spring. Now let your attention drift back to the sound, that deep, resonant hum of 432 hertz, the frequency that's been playing since you arrived here. And as you listen, you might begin to notice the way it's not just a sound, but a presence, something almost alive, like the slow, steady heartbeat of the earth itself. It's a sound that doesn't just fill the room, it fills you, resonating through your bones, your muscles, your very cells, like the slow, steady pulse of a drum that's been playing since the beginning of time. And as it moves through you, you might begin to feel it working its way into the spaces between your thoughts, the places where tension has taken root, where worry has settled like a stone. It's not forcing anything, not pushing or pulling. It's simply there, like the warmth of the sun on your skin after a long winter, melting away the frost without you even noticing. And as that sound continues to move through you, you might begin to notice the way your body feels, not just heavier or lighter, but more present, more alive, like you've been asleep for a long time and are only now beginning to wake. Your muscles might feel softer, your bones might feel lighter, like the weight of the world has been lifted from your shoulders, leaving you free to simply be, to simply breathe. And as you settle into this feeling, you might begin to notice the way your mind feels, not cluttered or busy, but clear, open, like a sky after a storm, when the clouds have parted and the sun shines through. There's no need to think, no need to analyze, no need to do anything but breathe, and let the sound, the light, the scent of this place wash over you, through you, around you. And as you do, you might begin to notice the way time feels here, not like something that's passing, but like something that's expanding, stretching out in all directions, like the slow, steady growth of a tree. Now let your awareness drift back to the walls around you, those rippled surfaces that aren't smooth, but alive, breathing. And as you look at them, you might begin to notice something strange, the way they seem to shift and change, not in a way that's jarring or unsettling, but in a way that's soft, gentle, like the way a dream shifts when you're half asleep. It's as if the walls are made of something more than just crystal, something more than just stone. They are made of time itself, of moments stretched thin, of memories suspended in the air like dust motes in sunlight. And as you watch them, you might begin to notice the way they reflect not just the light, but you, not as you are now, but as you've always been, beneath the layers of hurry and worry and noise. And in that reflection, you might see something beautiful, something true, something that's been waiting for you all along. And now, let your attention drift back to the floor beneath you, that shallow pool of liquid silver. Its surface so still it doesn't reflect the room, but something deeper, something truer. And as you look at it, you might begin to notice the way it moves, not in waves or ripples, but in slow, gentle pulses, like the rise and fall of a chest, like the slow, steady beat of a heart. It's as if the pool is breathing, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale, like the room itself is alive, like this place is more than just a space. It's a living, breathing entity, one that's been waiting for you. And as you watch it, you might begin to notice the way your own breath syncs up with its rhythm. Your inhales and exhales matching its slow, steady pulse, like two dancers moving in perfect harmony. And with each breath, you might feel yourself sinking just a little deeper, not in a way that's heavy or burdensome, but in a way that's soft, that's easy, that's like floating on the surface of that silver pool, carried by the slow, steady rhythm of your own breathing. Now, let your awareness drift outward once more, toward the edges of this space, where the walls meet the floor, where the light meets the darkness. And as you do, you might begin to notice the way the boundaries here aren't fixed, aren't rigid, but fluid, shifting, like the surface of that silver pool beneath you. It's as if the room itself is breathing, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale, like the slow, steady rise and fall of a chest. And with each breath, you might feel yourself becoming a part of that rhythm, your own breathing syncing up with the room's, like two dancers moving in perfect harmony, each step flowing effortlessly into the next. There's no need to think about it, no need to force it. It's happening on its own, naturally, like the way your heart beats without you having to tell it to. And as that sound continues to move through you, you might begin to notice the way your body feels, not just heavier or lighter, but more present, more alive, like you've been asleep for a long time and are only now beginning to wake. Your muscles might feel softer, your bones might feel lighter, like the weight of the world has been lifted from your shoulders, leaving you free to simply be, to simply breathe. And as you settle into this feeling, you might begin to notice the way your mind feels, not cluttered or busy, but clear, open, like a sky after a storm, when the clouds have parted and the sun shines through. There's no need to think, no need to analyze, no need to do anything but breathe and let the sound, the light, the scent of this place wash over you, through you. The air around you is not moving. It is simply being. And in this being, you find yourself standing at the beginning of a corridor that does not stretch ahead, but instead unfolds within you. The walls are not made of stone or wood or light. They are woven from the quiet moments you have forgotten. The ones where you sat by a window and watched rain trace patterns on glass. Or the times you held a warm cup between your palms and felt the heat seep into your bones. Each memory a soft thread in the tapestry of this place. The floor beneath your feet is not solid. It is the sensation of stepping onto sun, warmed grass after a long walk. The blades bending slightly under your weight. The earth yielding just enough to remind you that you are held. And as you shift your balance from one foot to the other, you notice the way your toes curl ever so slightly, as if testing the texture of the ground, the coolness of the air brushing against the skin between them. The light here is not bright. It is the kind of glow that lingers in the corners of your vision when you close your eyes. A soft gold that does not illuminate so much as it remembers, like the last embers of a fire that has long since burned down, but still holds warmth in its core. And as you breathe in, you taste the faintest hint of honey and old paper, thick on your tongue, but never overwhelming, just enough to remind you that this place has been waiting. There are no doors along this corridor. Not yet. But there are frames, empty spaces where doors might one day appear. And as you pass each one, you feel a gentle pull, like the tug of a memory just out of reach, the kind that makes you pause and tilt your head slightly, as if listening for a sound you almost recognize. And in that pause, you notice the way your chest rises and falls, the slow expansion of your ribs, the way the air fills your lungs not with effort, but with the quiet certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. The anchor hums beneath all of this, not as a sound, but as a presence, like the steady pulse of a heartbeat you have always known, but never noticed. It vibrates through the soles of your feet, up through the bones of your legs, into the soft tissue of your belly. And as it moves, you feel the weight of your body shift, not because you are moving, but because the resonance is aligning you, like a tuning fork finding its perfect pitch. And then, just as you begin to settle into this rhythm, you see it. A door, not at the end of the corridor, but right where you are standing, as if it has always been there, waiting for you to notice. The door is not made of wood or metal. It is carved from something softer, something that gives slightly when you press your palm against it, like the surface of a still pond. And as your fingers make contact, you feel the faintest ripple spread outward, not disturbing the surface, but deepening it, as if the door is breathing with you. Your name is written across it, not in ink or paint, but in the same soft gold light that fills the corridor. The letters not fixed, but shifting slightly, like reflections on water. And as you trace them with your fingertips, you feel the warmth of the light seep into your skin, not burning, but soothing, like the first sip of tea on a quiet morning. The handle is not a handle at all. It is a loop of silver, cool to the touch. And as you wrap your fingers around it, you notice how it molds to the shape of your hand, as if it has been waiting for this exact grip. And when you pull, the door does not creak or groan. It simply parts, like the surface of the liquid silver floor in the chamber of unwoven hours. Beyond the door, the air is different, thicker, like stepping into a room where time has been allowed to pool. And as you cross the threshold, you feel the shift in your body, the way your shoulders relax, the way your breath deepens, as if you have stepped into a space that already knows you and has been holding a place for you all along. The walls here are not walls. They are the edges of a single, living crystal, not smooth, but rippled, like the surface of a pond after a breath of wind. And as you run your fingers along them, you feel the faintest vibration not a sound, but a hum, the same resonance that has been guiding you all along. The light here is not cast. It is remembered. A soft glow that lingers in the air, like dust motes suspended in honey. And as you breathe in, you taste the same faint sweetness, thick on your tongue, but never heavy, just enough to remind you that this place is alive. The floor is not solid. It is a shallow pool of liquid silver, its surface so still it does not reflect the room, but your own breath, stretched thin across time. And as you stand there, you notice the way the silver shifts beneath you, not moving, but responding, as if it is listening. The air carries the scent of old parchment and warm amber, thick enough to taste, but never overwhelming. And as you inhale, you feel the scent settle into your lungs, not as a weight, but as a comfort, like the memory of a favorite book, the one you return to again and again. The temperature here shifts like a slow tide, cool where the light pools, warmer where the walls breathe. And as you stand in the center of the chamber, you feel the subtle changes in the air against your skin, the way the coolness brushes against your cheeks, the way the warmth seeps into your shoulders, as if the room itself is adjusting to you. There is no ceiling, only the suggestion of one. A vast, dark expanse that feels both infinite and intimately close, like the inside of a closed eyelid. And as you look up, you notice the way the darkness is not empty, but filled with tiny, flickering points of light, like distant stars or the embers of a fire you cannot see. And then you see it, an object resting on the surface of the liquid silver, not floating, but held as if the pool itself has cradled it for you. It is small, no larger than the palm of your hand, and as you reach for it, you notice the way your fingers tremble slightly, not with fear, but with recognition, as if your body already knows what this is. even if your mind does not. The object is warm to the touch, not hot, but the kind of warmth that comes from being held close, like a stone carried in a pocket all day. And as you lift it from the silver, you feel the faintest resistance, as if the pool is reluctant to let it go, but knows it must. It is a pocket watch, but not like any you have seen before. The case is not metal, but something softer, something that gives slightly under your fingers, like the skin of a ripe peach. And as you turn it over, you see that the back is not engraved with initials or dates, but with a single, delicate pattern, a spiral that seems to shift when you look at it, as if it is alive. The face of the watch is not marked with numbers, but with symbols, soft curves and lines that do not measure time, but hold it. And as you run your thumb over them, you feel the faintest vibration, the same resonance that has been guiding you, as if the watch is humming in tune with the chamber. The hands of the watch are not moving. They are frozen, not stopped, but suspended, as if time here does not pass, but simply is. And as you hold the watch to your ear, you hear not the ticking of gears, but the sound of your own breath echoed back to you, as if the watch is listening. And then you remember. This watch is yours, or at least it was a long time ago, before you forgot, before you let it slip away. And as the memory surfaces, you feel the weight of it in your hand, not as a burden, but as a comfort, like the weight of a promise kept. You remember the day you lost it, not in a moment of carelessness, but in a moment of stillness, when you set it down on a windowsill and forgot to pick it up again. And as the memory unfolds, you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the way it slanted through the glass, the way the watch caught the light. And for a moment, you are there again, in that quiet room, with the watch in your hand. But now, you have found it again, as you hold it, you realize something. This safety, this stillness, it was never lost. It was always inside you, waiting to be remembered. The resonance hums around you, not as a sound, but as a presence, like the steady pulse of a heartbeat. And as you close your fingers around the watch, you feel it align with the rhythm of your own body, as if the two were always meant to be one. The chamber breathes around you. The walls shift slightly. The liquid silver ripples in response to your presence. And as you stand there, you are already here, already still, already safe. The moment does not move. It only breathes, and you breathe with it. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into the surface beneath you, not pressing down, but being held, cradled, as if the very air has thickened into something soft and yielding. Your skin registers the texture of the fabric beneath your fingers, cool at first, then warming to your touch, as if it remembers the shape of your hands. And beneath that, the steady, slow pulse of the earth itself, a vibration so deep it hums in your bones, not as sound, but as a knowing, a quiet certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. Now let your awareness drift upward, not with effort, but with ease, like a leaf carried on a gentle current. The air around you is not empty. It is alive, filled with the faintest whisper of movement, the brush of something unseen against your cheek, like the softest breath of wind through tall grass. And with that breath comes the scent of something familiar, something that has always been part of you, though you may not have noticed it before. Warm, golden, like sunlight trapped in honey. It fills your lungs not as air, but as a sensation, a slow unfurling of comfort deep in your chest, as if every inhale is a promise and every exhale is a release. Your shoulders, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, all of them soften, not because you command them to, but because they remember how. The light around you is not bright, but it is not dim either. It is the perfect light of a memory that has never faded, the kind that exists just beyond the edges of your vision, warm and golden and endless. It touches your eyelids, not as glare, but as a caress, a slow, steady glow that seeps into your skin, into your bones, into the quiet spaces between your thoughts. And with that light comes the faintest sound, not a noise, but a vibration, a hum so low it is almost below hearing, like the distant song of a cello played in another room. It resonates in your chest, in your ribs, in the hollow of your throat, not as music, but as a feeling, a deep, slow pulse that matches the rhythm of your own heartbeat. You realize, without thinking, that this is the sound of the Kala current, the benevolent force that has always been with you, even when you did not know its name. Now, let your awareness settle into the space behind your eyes, the quiet darkness where thoughts drift like clouds on a summer day. There is no need to follow them, no need to shape them, no need to do anything at all. Just let them float, soft and slow, like dandelion seeds on the wind. And as they drift, you notice something new, something subtle, a shift in the air, a change in the quality of the light, as if the world around you has taken a slow, deep breath. The vibration in your chest grows warmer, richer, like the hum of a tuning fork held close to your skin. Not loud, but deep, not urgent, but steady. It is the frequency of healing, the anchor you have been seeking, the sound that knows exactly where you need to go. With every breath, the vibration deepens, not as a force pushing you, but as a current pulling you gently inward. You feel it first in your hands, a slow, warm tingling, like sunlight trapped beneath your skin, spreading from your fingertips up through your wrists, into your arms. It is not heat, not exactly, but a sensation of expansion, as if your hands are remembering how to hold something vast and gentle. And then, just as slowly, the sensation moves upward into your shoulders, your neck, the base of your skull, not as tension, but as release, as if every muscle is unclenching one fiber at a time. Your breath deepens in response, not because you command it, but because your body remembers how to breathe when it is safe. The light around you shifts again, not in color, but in texture, as if it has thickened into something almost liquid, something that flows over you like warm water. It touches your skin, not as pressure, but as a slow, steady presence, like the weight of a heavy blanket on a winter night, comforting, secure. And with that touch comes the faintest scent, not of flowers, not of earth, but of something older, something timeless, like the air after a summer rain, when the world is quiet and still. It fills your lungs, not as air, but as a sensation, a slow, deep knowing that you are held, that you are safe, that you are exactly where you need to be. Your thoughts slow, not because you force them, but because they have no need to rush, no need to grasp, no need to do anything at all. Now let your awareness drift downward into the space beneath your body, into the surface that holds you. It is not hard, not soft, but something in between, like the perfect balance of give and support, like the way a hammock cradles you on a lazy afternoon. You feel the texture of it against your skin, not as roughness or smoothness, but as a slow, steady presence, like the memory of a touch that has always been there. And beneath that, deeper still, you feel the pulse of the earth itself, not as a sound, but as a vibration, a slow, steady hum that carries you, matches the rhythm of your own heartbeat. It is the sound of the Kala current, the frequency of healing, the anchor that has always been with you, even when you did not know its name. With every breath, the vibration deepens, not as a force, but as a current, pulling you gently inward, deeper into the quiet, deeper into the stillness. You feel it first in your chest, a slow, warm expansion, like the first sip of tea on a cold morning, spreading outward from your heart into your ribs, into your lungs. It is not heat, not exactly, but a sensation of unfolding, as if something inside you is remembering how to be soft, how to be open, how to be at ease. And then, just as slowly, the sensation moves downward into your belly, your hips, your thighs, not as tension, but as release, as if every muscle is letting go, one layer at a time. Your breath deepens in response, not because you command it, but because your body remembers how to breathe when it is safe, when it is held, when it is exactly where it needs to be. The light around you shifts again, not in brightness, but in quality, as if it has taken on a weight, a presence, like the way sunlight feels when it filters through leaves on a summer afternoon. It touches your skin, not as glare, but as a caress, a slow, steady glow that seeps into your bones, into the quiet spaces between your thoughts. And with that light comes the faintest sound, not a noise, but a vibration, a hum so low it is almost below hearing, like the distant song of a cello played in another room. It resonates in your chest, in your ribs, in the hollow of your throat, not as music, but as a feeling, a deep, slow pulse that matches the rhythm of your own heartbeat. You realize, without thinking, that this is the sound of healing, the frequency that knows exactly where you need to go. let your awareness settle into the space behind your eyes, the quiet darkness where thoughts drift like clouds on a summer day. There is no need to follow them, no need to shape them, no need to do anything at all. Just let them float, soft and slow, like dandelion seeds on the wind. And as they drift, you notice something new, something subtle, a shift in the air, a change in the quality of the light, as if the world around you has taken a slow, deep breath. The vibration in your chest grows warmer, richer, like the hum of a tuning fork held close to your skin. Not loud, but deep, not urgent, but steady. It is the frequency of the Kala current, the benevolent force that has always been with you, even when you did not know its name. Now let your awareness drift downward into the space beneath your body, into the surface that holds you. It is not hard, not soft, but something in between, like the perfect balance of give and support, like the way a hammock cradles you on a lazy afternoon. You feel the texture of it against your skin, not as roughness or smoothness, but as a slow, steady presence, like the memory of a touch that has always been there. And beneath that, deeper still, you feel the pulse of the earth itself, not as a sound, but as a vibration, a slow, steady hum that. And now, as the words begin to soften around you, like the edges of a dream at dawn, you can feel the warmth spreading deeper, deeper into every part of you. The resonance hums quietly in the background, not demanding your attention, not pulling you anywhere, simply existing, like the steady rhythm of your own breath. You don't need to hold onto anything here, not the words, not the feelings, not even the memory of how you arrived. Because this piece isn't something you have to carry. It's something that carries you, gently, effortlessly, like a river carrying a leaf to a quiet shore. The images that floated through your mind earlier, they've done their work. They've shown you what you needed to see. Or perhaps they've shown you nothing at all. And that's perfectly fine too. Because the real magic wasn't in the seeing. It was in the feeling. The way your body relaxed. The way your mind let go. The way the hum settled into your bones like sunlight on a winter afternoon. Warm, steady, unshakable. You might notice now how quiet it's become. Not an empty quiet, but a full one. Like the quiet of a library at midnight, where every book holds a story, and every story holds a piece of you. Or the quiet of a forest after the rain, where the air is thick with the scent of earth and pine, and every breath feels like a gift. This is the kind of quiet that doesn't ask for anything. It simply is, and in its being, it gives you permission to be too. The resonance doesn't need you to do anything with it. It doesn't need you to analyze it, or understand it, or even remember it. It's like the way the ocean doesn't ask the waves to explain themselves. It simply lets them rise and fall in their own perfect time. And so it is with you. The hum doesn't need you to explain yourself. It simply holds you as you rise and fall in your own perfect rhythm. You might feel a soft pull now, a gentle nudge, not toward anything outside of you, but deeper into yourself, deeper into that place where everything is already whole, already at peace, already exactly as it should be. It's the same pull you feel when you're wrapped in a blanket on a cold night, when the weight of it presses against your skin, and you know, without thinking, that you're safe, that you're held, that you don't have to do anything but let go. And as you let go, you might notice how easy it is to drift, not toward sleep, not yet, but toward a kind of waking rest, where your body is still, but your mind is free to wander, free to explore the edges of this peace, like a child exploring the edges of a meadow, knowing that no matter how far they go, they're always within the safety of the field. And so it is with you. No matter where your mind wanders, you're always within the safety of this moment. The words are slowing now, not because they have to, but because they want to. They want to give you space, to let the silence grow between them, like the space between notes in a song. Because it's in that space that the real music happens, the music of your own breath, your own heartbeat, your own quiet presence. And so the words will fade, not with a goodbye, but with a soft, lingering whisper. You don't need to remember any of this. Not the words, not the feelings, not even the hum. Because the part of you that needed to hear it already has, and the part of you that needed to feel it already has, and the part of you that needed to let go is already letting go. This peace, this warmth, this quiet, it isn't going anywhere. It's like the stars, always there, even when you can't see them, or the roots of a tree, always holding, even when the branches sway in the wind, or the love of someone who knows you completely and accepts you just as you are. This peace is always here, waiting whenever you need it. And when you do need it, when you want to return to this feeling, it will be waiting for you, like a favorite chair by the window, where the light always falls just right, or a book you've read 100 times, where every page feels like coming home, or a melody you've hummed since childhood, that still has the power to soothe you. This peace is yours, always. You don't have to do anything to keep it. It doesn't require your effort, or your attention, or even your belief. It's simply there, like the air you breathe, like the ground beneath your feet. And just as you don't have to think about breathing to keep breathing, you don't have to think about this peace to keep feeling it. It's already part of you. The resonance is still humming, but it's fading now, like the last notes of a lullaby. Not because it's leaving, but because it's settling deeper into the fabric of your being, where it will continue its work long after the words have stopped, long after you've drifted into sleep, long after you've forgotten this moment entirely. Your body knows what to do with this. It knows how to take the warmth and spread it through your veins. It knows how to take the quiet and let it fill your mind. It knows how to take the peace and let it cradle you, like a mother cradles a child. And so you can trust it completely, because your body has been doing this work for you long before you ever heard these words. And now, as the last of the words drift away, you're left with only the feeling, only the warmth, only the quiet, only the peace. And it's enough. It's more than enough, because this is where you belong. You don't need to see anything now. You don't need to hear anything now. You don't need to do anything now, except let go. Let go of the need to hold on. Let go of the need to understand. Let go of the need to be anywhere but here. Right here, in this moment, where everything is already perfect. The hum is barely there now. Just a whisper, just a breath, like the last embers of a fire, glowing softly in the dark. And even when it fades completely, you'll still feel its warmth. You'll still feel its presence, like the memory of a touch that lingers long after the hand is gone. And so, as the last of the words dissolve into the quiet, you can let your eyes close, if they haven't already. You can let your breath slow, just a little more. You can let your body sink, just a little deeper, into the softness, into the warmth, into the peace. This is your time now, your time to rest, your time to heal, your time to simply be. And it's okay if you drift. It's okay if you sleep. It's okay if you forget, because the peace will remember for you. The door is always open whenever you want to return, whenever you need to feel this again. It will be here, waiting, just as it is now, just as it always has been, just as it always will be. And so, with one last whisper, one last breath of warmth, one last reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are loved, the words fade into the quiet, into the peace, into the sleep. Sleep now. Drift softly. The light stays for you.